Here we go again. Back to Space Engineers. We refitted our grinding ship with welders, and we are making a large mobile crawler base. Previous design. Yet again. I gotta start making some new stuff. So what we're gonna do with our welder ship here is very carefully. We're gonna stick our face in that thing and click and see what we can weld up. We have tons and tons of steel plates on this thing. Oh, there's one thing I absolutely have to do first though. I completely forgot. I have built a giant rig of conveyors and built-in repairs to get up here. One thing we need to do, this isn't the only thing, but we need to turn this damn sound volume back down. Alright, much better. We need to turn our auto crafting back on, because we are going to use a lot of stuffs. Come on. There it goes. Alright. This monstrous behemoth is probably not the best for this particular planet, but we're going to give it a try. It is about the size of our entire red base building down there. And it is making the game run like butts. Ugh. So, if you're going to do the welding ship thing, this thing's pretty heavily loaded. What you want to do is you want to start from as close to the middle as you can. Because we don't have any shields or anything to protect against collision yet. We got a little collision going on there. There we go. Start welding her up. Thankfully the welders have slightly longer range than the grinders. Yep. Bouncing off something. Now, if we can get it just right, we'll go to the hologram side here and float up to the side that's starting to get built. And slowly back away. Holding them welders down. All we have in the ship here is steel plate, so anything that takes steel plate to start or build, it should just be clicking away on, but it's not going to finish a lot of things. It'll finish all the armor plating, but it won't do much else. And you can see it just going to town here as we back out. This ship was originally designed to help build this mobile base. So I figured it would be a good kind of idea. Maybe not good idea, but a nice way to show off the welding function of this really big welder grinder ship. The only problem with having a ship this big for this purpose is, well, there's multiple problems. The maneuverability becomes a pretty big issue. But you also have to worry about a lot of collision damage. Because if we get in here, and we start making blocks real, and then we reverse our direction, we get in some serious, serious trouble with damaging stuff. We're just slowly backing out. And this is going to take quite a long time to build in game. It basically, you know, it's full facilities. It's a mobile base, so. It has a lot of components. It also has thrusters on it to help it move around. A wheel could not be placed. Okay. I'm kinda in the way of the wheels. Well, I didn't want to make that real just yet. Ooh, it's really laggy. Yes, inventory full. Nothing new there. Alright. See if we can square up just a bit. Shift on over. Come on. There we go. And again, bury our nose way deep into the projection area without colliding into stuff. Looks like part of the cockpit's already. Oop. Nope. That's solid. Alright. Yeah, we'll do what we can. No? Come on. How about if we move up a little? Yeah, I see something sparking. I don't have a lot of the components that are necessary to build like the windows and stuff on me. So that'll just have to wait. And it might be why it was taking so long to find something there to attach to. It's pretty squared up. So this thing is built on a dual layer suspension. So the inner ring of wheels has less travel than the outer ring. It's on a stiffer setting. And the whole supports for the wheel structure are built out of heavy armor. It's just so they're more durable. Well, that's about all we can reach from here. Let's get up and see what else we can weld up. Ooh, this thing is just drifting all over the place. Let's try in first person. No? Not too much progress being made here. Oh, there we go. But where am I? And a little bit of collision there. Bumping on that gun turret. Are we level? No, we're not level. That might help. So you can see how, even with all the build and repairs that I have over there, how much this large welder is speeding up the build process here. It's still going to take a long time. But anything that speeds up the process is a welcome addition. And this is basically, without the Nanobyte build and repair mod, this is kind of how you have to build a lot of things. Some of it by hand, some of it with a small ship to weld stuff up and grind stuff up. And people have made some really awesome ships that have both a welder and a grinder on it. Some of them on like rotating arms, so you can rotate your, your few welders or few grinders to the front, and then, do whichever you happen to need to do at the time. We're making some progress here. We're probably out of most of the components at the base for the size of this monster. But we still have steel plates. I don't know how many we've got left, but I took about half out of the inventory at the base there. As far as our delivery mission, we ran out of... Whoa. We ran out of time. Modified our ship with more jump drives to jump home in one jump. And then immediately took them off, so they didn't have to charge back up. The more jump drives you have on a spacefaring vehicle, the longer the charge time if you drain them all. But obviously, it has the benefit of much longer range in a single jump. Oop. We really bumped it good that time. Let's get around the back here and see if we can get... Oh, stop drifting. Wow, this thing's either super heavy or super underpowered, or both. It was designed on a, I think, half-gravity planet. So it doesn't have enough thrust for the size of this monstrous thing. On the plus side, as long as I'm not hitting with anything but the welders and I keep the welders held down, I can collide with it and repair it at the same time. So at the back here, we have a set of 4 different pieces of hangar door, and they all come together to actually close off the hangar at the back of the ship here. So I can take or back of the crawler here, and take a small mining vessel with me. I don't know why, but I tend to like to build in large. Even my small grid stuff ends up being kind of big, chunky. So this is like 8,000 something blocks, almost 9,000 blocks. There's not a whole lot else that we can do with this giant monster. We can get this back side panel here, but I can't like tip it to look straight down or anything, so can only do so and so much. Ooh, let's not do that. Let's go in a first person here so I can keep it more level. And we'll turn and we'll repair the backside, and then we'll go take a look at the guts here. That should be about squared up. And making contact with something. We're bouncing off that gun turret. There we go. Get a little vertical. We could probably skin the top if we're careful. So this is, this is just the fun of the game. This is an old design, but I have to rebuild it. I mean, I could just walk away and let the build and repairs do everything. But then it would take even longer. Oh, we're not level. We're really not level. Alright, let's point down just a wee bit. There we go. Let's see if we can get... Oh! Yeah, let's just slam the thing around. Yeah, no big deal. Get back to level. I should have put the auto level script into this one. What are we bouncing on now? Let's just try it at first person for a minute, and if that's all we can do, that's all we can do. Yeah, welding something. Not a whole lot, but we're welding something. Yeah, we're stuck. There we go. That looks like about all we're going to be able to get done with this big monstrosity of a welder. Ooh. As we crash face first into the ship. Hey, at least we welded some stuff, right? Bouncing off everything. Come on. Just barely, barely, barely making contact. Alright. I think we could probably get that back section on the top too. So let's go around this giant floating monster here. Not tip over. Go forward a bit. That should be plenty. Once we stop sliding. And see if we can weld up this back section here. Just gotta be careful, go slow. Probably the initial run that I did or second run that I did where I lined up inside the hologram and slowly backed out was probably the most effective. We are making some progress though. Ooh, there's a good thump. I wonder what I broke, if anything. Well, that's gonna have to do. This thing is not really agile enough to do much else. So let's go park this monster. And make it daytime so we can see. I also installed a mod that lets me go up to 1,000 meters per second. Probably going to crash and burn a few ships. Hopefully not one of my larger ships. But I'm absolutely terrified of just slamming face first at 1,000 meters per second into an asteroid. So let's check our cargo here and see what we have left. We have a lot of steel plates left. We should probably put those back. Maneuver. Level out. We need to drop down to get to the connector here. Oop. Let's not hit the deck. We've done enough damage to our poor deck. Come on. This thing's super in need of some more sideways thrust. It should be about lined up. Down a little. Up a little. Up, up, up. There we go. If you can't find it, grind it. There we go. The auto script should pull all the steel plate out. And then we'll just... I'm tempted to just leave it here, but... Things like to fall off connectors for me, so... I'll attempt to park it over here on the deck. Just make sure we're not sliding around too much. And she's down and locked. Ooh. Which way's up? Yeah, let's not slam right into one of our new windows. I never did finish putting those windows in. Let's sleep till daytime so we can see what we're doing. There we go. Adjusted the torque on the solar rotors there, so they don't wiggle anymore. They had like 3 meganewtons of force on the rotor, so it was just cranking back and forth, trying to stabilize itself. Looks like it's coming along nicely. We're going to cheat a little bit, and we're going to grind these off. Okay, that's not there. Or that's not where it goes. And this way, when it rebuilds them, it'll add the wheels on too. So I won't have to do that manually. Oh, that one's got a wheel. No need to duplicate effort. Let's get this one. And this one at the back here. Well, that's not what we wanted, but building repairs will fix her right up. Looks like I got a few armor blocks. Big chunk of armor blocks that I missed with the welding ship. These airtight hangar doors all come together, extend out to seal this off. It's pretty sweet. Can we not get in because we have no power? We can cut our way in. There we go. I don't know if any of the reactors are actually finished. Nope, nope. Nope, nope. Maybe we can't power the vessel. Well, it's got some power. So there's a whole bunch of like checklist stuff that I'm going to have to do just to get this thing moving and rolling. So I'm going to leave it here and do all that, and we'll come back and see if we can crash this giant Tonka truck. Trunk? Truck. Truck, not trunk. So if you watch this and all of this, thanks for watching.